Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your mid-September 2016 tarot reading. So, the first thing that I am sensing here is, especially for those of you who are either seeing somebody from a distance or talking to somebody, like if you just started talking to someone from a distance, you've just started dating them or getting to know them, and you haven't really met them yet, or you haven't really like gone on many dates with them. I feel there's something here that you need to be careful about. Somebody is like withholding information. They're not revealing vital information to you. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with either they are in a relationship that is not completely over yet. They're taking a break from their significant other or their spouse. They're either separated but not completely divorced with like some type of hopes or, wanting to get back with their significant other. Okay. So this could be you. This could be another person, but I feel the energy is it can go both ways. I feel like somebody who has just started dating has met someone that that you see the long term potential with, and I feel like a lot of you might have in the past ask them some really important questions, and they're like picking and choosing which questions they answer. And I feel like a lot of them, you ask them a question and they wait for days before they answer. So there is this sense of overall evasiveness. Okay, so just be really careful about this. And it's coming out first of all with the Magician in the reverse, which indicates to me manipulation. And I feel like you're looking at this person. You're looking at, you're mindful of the fact that they're not being upfront, and they're not being candid with you. That they're holding something back. They're holding back information. You're not getting the whole story. So definitely, your intuition is telling you that there's more to the story, and so just be careful, because I feel like it's a big thing that they're holding back. They're being evasive, and I feel like they're distorting the truth. What's also showing up next to the Magician reverse is the Eight of Swords. And this is a really problematic card appearing with the Magician, meaning someone is pulling the wool over our eyes and being in a situation where we're blindfolded and we're not privy to the whole story. Okay, so it's kind of like knowing that something is wrong, but not having all the information that we need in order to make any type of a decisive move. Okay, so I feel like you need to be a little bit more strategic in this, and you need to like really ask questions. Okay, being a little bit more directed with what you do, how you arrive at information, or how you assess the other person based on the information that they're not revealing versus the information that they're revealing. So being a little bit more, I guess, like shoe on the other foot. It's sort of like, this switcheroo, doing some type of a reversal, and thinking a little bit more outside the box when you're dealing with this person. That's going to be really important for you. So I definitely feel some information is going to be brought to light, and I feel that it pertains to a specific partner, like a new person that you've just recently dated or started dating, and I feel like there is another person involved with them. So they could be just separated but not legally divorced. They could have somebody else on the side that they're juggling, and you're going to come to this realization sometime this for the next 2 weeks. Or if it hasn't happened, it is going to be something major coming into the picture. Okay, we do have, all the elements here that indicates to me you're dealing with somebody who is lying and cheating, who is being outright deceitful. So we do have the Tower as well, next to the King of Pentacles, which I feel is you. You're going to be okay. No matter what, you had suspicions, you've had inkling about this person, and I feel that you're going to be okay, because it's sort of like, come what may, you are sheltered from this, because I feel that you know something is a little bit off. So you never invested so much of yourself in this situation to begin with. So when, when everything comes to light, then you can like extract yourself cleanly without like any pain, any inconvenience from your end. So I feel like relatively you're going to be okay. You're going to be protected. And it's also like working as a reinforcing mechanism. And it's telling you as well that, I knew it. Like I trusted my intuition and I knew it. And I'm feeling very, very strongly that a lot of you, you're just going to move on, and you will be okay. So they're saying, there's more fish in the sea. So I feel like if this option, if that's what it leads to, then you're going to have other options on the table for you. So, just walk away from it. Okay. What I'm also feeling is financially, you're in a very, very good space right now. I feel for a lot of you, there's just something here about joining finances, joining assets together. We do have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles both showing up in the spread. And we do have the Two of Pentacles as well, which indicates to me a couple, like a couple, a marriage couple, or you might be in a relationship. If you're in a really significant relationship, there is this sense of reciprocity, okay? And I feel like marriages for some of you, and then long-standing established relationship, especially if you're dealing with another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What I feel is there's this strong sense of reciprocity. Both parties are investing heavily to build up a foundation together, to, look at a home, look at property, wanting to implement a move. Both of you are discussing how to make things work. So I feel like a lot of love here, a lot of support, and a lot of like mutual understanding and sympathy with one another, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign. And I feel like one person might want to live here, the other person might want to live there, and you're kind of like at a point where you're trying to compromise to arrive at the best solution as to where to live, where to buy property, how to link up your assets so that it's fair. I feel like both of you are very financially well off, is what I'm seeing. The Queen of Pentacles, she has her own resources, and the King as well, and both are in the upright position, which indicates to me like a meeting of equals, people with their own friends, with their own social life, with their own sense of self. And as a result, it's a very harmonious and a really stable relationship that I'm feeling for a lot of you, for especially the ones that are, in deep-rooted relationships. So I feel like the home that you're living in is not working out. And I do sense that you are aware of this. And I do feel a home move happening in the next 2 months. So I feel like November is highly indicated for a major, major home move. Okay, so just prepare for that. And I feel like you're a practical sign. So I do sense you might want to, come October, start packing up, because I feel like the move might be very sudden, okay? It might be some issues with the landlord. It might be something coming through where the person who owns the property might have relatives that are coming in and they need that space. So I feel like something mundane like that, especially if you're on a monthly basis. If you're on a monthly lease, I do feel that there's going to be a move in about 2 months' time. So, try to get things boxed up and ready to go. And then if you're not on like a yearly lease either, I feel like things can switch around at the last minute, and this is the month where you might have to solidify some plans as to where you want to move. If you are picking a house or a new property, try to wait until the very, very last week of the month, or, even October, beginning of October, if you can, to implement this move so that you don't end up having to move again. Okay, so just be careful about that. What I also feel is like you and another person are also saving up for a trip. And I feel like the issue about fairness is going to come in, okay? So I feel like there's a trip involved, and there's like somebody is putting in this X amount of dollars, and the other person is putting in like a slightly more or slightly less amount. And there's something about keeping scores. So just know that we're not supposed to be keeping scores when it comes to love relationships. And that's hard to do because, I feel like as humans, we all have this innate sense of like, this innate balancing scale within us, and we do, unfortunately we all keep scores and we want things to be balanced out, but things are always going to be balanced out in the greater scheme of things, okay? Like just don't keep scores when it comes to love relationships. I feel like that's going to be important across the board, and especially for the next 2 weeks, because I feel like one person is kind of aware or be made aware that they're putting a lot in and the other person is not even matching up to that level. So if this is something that is prevalent, you want to have a discussion about this before things get out of control, because I do feel there is going to be a discussion here about who earns what and who's putting in what, and this whole keeping scores. I do have the Two of Pentacles, which is this emotional up and down, but it's also like the balancing act, okay, between what we put in, what we earn, and what other people are putting into the relationship and what they earn. So there's a lot of finance, there's a lot of like bookkeeping, there's a lot of scorekeeping coming into this spread. The last thing I'm feeling here is that going back to, the person, if you're with a person and they're not being, they're not giving you all the information in a direct manner, just please don't waste your time, because I feel like it's not worth it, okay? It's just not worth it. I see you looking at them and I see you like really, like what they're about, but I don't know why you're not speaking out about it. You're not calling them on their BS. I don't know why. I see you looking at them and you're just like, oh, it's John. It's the same old story. He's not giving me the whole truth. And so you just look on as the other person runs their mouth. But I feel like it would go a lot further, and especially coming from you, I feel like they respect you. And if you turn a blind eye, if you don't call them out on their BS, I feel like they might not learn. So if you're dealing with somebody like this, I feel like rather than watching them make a fool out of themselves, maybe telling them, hey, enough's enough, grow up, or, telling them that we know what you're doing, so just stop. I feel like that would knock some sense into them, and that will prevent them from embarrassing themselves further down the line with the same act, okay? I feel like that's important, and especially if it's coming from you, they will heed your advice. I feel that way. If you're dealing with this person as a romantic partner, once again, just don't waste your time, because I feel like every time we divert our energy and our attention towards the wrong person, when we know better, I feel like it takes away a part of us. So just pull back your energy, expend it on people and relationships that are stable, and expend it on relationships and people that add value to your life, okay? That's a better way to go overall. I feel like this whole clearing up of misinformation is what I'm sensing. The fog will lift the next 2 weeks. There is this whole, like seeing things clearly, coming into full information. Access to information is going to be granted to you. And then you need to make a decision. And I feel like just aim for the right one, aim for the long-term stable decisions, okay? So overall, very, very good 2 weeks, very enlightening. And I don't see heavy energies for busy energies or anything like that. But I feel like you're making a decision about somebody who has been kind of devious with you in the past, okay? So best of luck with you, Taurus, and take care of yourself.